Hello there everyone, it's that time of year again here on the TNT farm. You can tell by the snow behind me it is winter, and winter will soon come to an end, which means it's maple syrup time once again. Now granted, we're a very small operation here. We've only got 4 mature maple trees that we tap every year, and last year I ended up getting about 1.5, 1.25 gallons of maple syrup in the end. But as you know, it's about 50 gallons of sap, and that's a lot of boiling. Here at the back of the barn is where 90–95% of that boiling happens. Right there on that brick fireplace. Now for the last 3 years, which has been every year that we've made maple syrup out here on the farm, we have used this turkey fryer to evaporate our sap. And it has worked pretty well. But this year I want to up my game just a little bit. Now even though this fall I did some research on reverse osmosis, which looks really cool, and it promises to reduce the amount of evaporation you need to do by about 60%. But at my scale, that's a lot of money to invest for a little bit of syrup. So it would have cost me a few $100s to set up a small reverse osmosis system. Most of that money invested would be into the pump. Now, at some point in the future, I probably will do it. But this year, I'm starting out looking for a smaller percentage of benefit, and I'll show you what I picked up. So I just so happened to have been on the internet, drifting around, and I found this evaporator on a company website called Vivor. Now I'd never ordered from Vivor before, but it came fairly quickly. It happened to be on clearance, and supposedly it's a scratch and dent model, but I don't see any scratches and I don't see any dents. But let me sit it on the fireplace and see how it looks. But what I'm thinking, tell me if I'm wrong, is greater surface area would result in greater heating across the bottom and greater and faster evaporation from the top. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking, so I'm hoping that boiling this winter is going to be a little bit quicker. Now it does look like a pretty good fit. It's a little bit bigger than my grate that I got on there. So it sticks out over the bricks about 1 inch and out over the front about 2 inches. But I'm hoping that this is going to work better than that old turkey fryer. So what we got to do now is go get ourselves some sap, and then I'll join you back here when we try this thing out. So we got ourselves an above freezing day, and I just got done gathering up some sap from our 4 trees at the front of the property. And now it's time to try out that new boiling tray that we bought from a scratch and dent sale, and see how it works out. I got a fire started in the fireplace. It's time to pour in some sap and watch it boil. So we're going to give that a chance to come to boil and then take another look at it. Just got to wait for my fire to really catch and get some real heat going here today. So it is now time to drain my sap. We put 6 gallons, 6.5 gallons in there about, I would say 3.5 hours ago. So we just opened up the valve and we're letting it drain out. I don't know if you'll see this because of the steam. We're down to about 1/3 of a gallon. That was pretty quick. Well, it's a little bit of a sad day today. I'm calling it. It is the end of maple syrup season here on the farm. A little earlier than normal. We've had some weird weather that's come up, but yeah, definitely didn't set any records this year. We had a record year last year, and I think we'll have a record low year this year for the amount of sap we got. But it's time to go pick up the buckets, wrap up this video. So last season we ended up with just over a gallon of syrup. This season we're going to end up just shy of half. So that's a significant difference. Same amount of trees, but we just didn't get the sap volume that we did last year. Now, because this video is around stepping up my game and getting that new evaporation tray from Vevor, it certainly did make a big difference. And I would estimate that it cut my evaporation time about in half, and no doubt that's 100% attributable to the doubling, or even more so than that, of the surface area. So you got more than twice as much area exposed to the heat and twice as much area where it's evaporating off. So really didn't take all that long at all to evaporate off a tank full of sap, boil it down to a concentrate that you can take home, just put on the stove for a little bit longer. So big difference. Hopefully next year will be another good year and we can get back above the gallon of maple syrup kind of order of things, but it is what it is. Mother Nature wins. If you have any questions or comments about this episode or any episode, leave them below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. So now we're going to take a quick break to thank this week's sponsor. And this week's sponsor, like every week's sponsor, is me, Chris Gladstone with TNT Try New Things, where I have started a new website link partnering with Buy Me a Coffee as an opportunity for you to check out some of the items I have for sale that you have probably watched the videos on me making. It's also an opportunity to sponsor the channel directly, either through buying me a coffee, or if you're feeling particularly generous, signing up for an annual membership. With that, I'm going to go back to the video. Now for the last 3 years, which has been every year that we've made maple syrup here on the farm, we've used this turkey fryer to evaporate. Just waiting for a car to go by.